Hi everyone, in this video we will see what does it mean UI UX. A lot of people merges this both term, but they are different from each other. UI stand for user interface and UX stand for user experience. So let's talk about user interface. Suppose you are using an Instagram and by clicking on the like button, you like that post. In lot of different applications, you will see the text, images, animation, transition and so on. So these all things are designed by UI designer. So guys, there are the three types of user interface. First one is graphic user interface, second one is voice user interface, and third one is gesture based user interface. So first, that is graphic user interface. By clicking on the icon and the scroll bar that you are seeing on your screen, it means you are interacting with your machine and completing the certain tasks, right? This comes under the graphic user interface. Second one is voice user interface. By giving the voice, the machine gets activated and then it replies to you, right? So it means you are interacting with your machine or device through voice. For example, Amazon Alexa and Google Voice Assistant and the Apple Siri are the well-known example for the voice user interface. And the third one is gesture-based user interface. It takes the gesture as input and communicate with the user, right? For example, we use smartphone. Now today's smartphone are without keypad, right? So we use the smartphone by touching, by scrolling, and then we interact with our smartphone. But there are some smart devices available in the market which give the facility of touchless gesture. It means without touching that device, you can interact, you can scroll, you can click and interact with that device. For example, virtual reality games and the touch screen software are the well-known example for the gesture-based user interface. Now let's talk about user experience. A UX designer is very similar to product designer. It is the process used to determine what the experience would be like. When a user interact with your product, is the experience smooth? Is the experience clunky? Is the experience confusing? Does the navigating app feel logical or does it feel arbitrary? So user experience is used to determine by how easy and difficult to interact with the user interface element. Now, the job of the UX designer is to understand the user need, their requirement, their problem and come up with possible solution so that it enhances the user experience. For that, designer can conduct the interviews, brainstorming session and study the user persona. So let's take one example. Suppose a 15-year-old boy wants a new laptop, so his requirement would be like the laptop should be stylish, it should have a good gaming quality, it should have a good processor, right? It should have a good speed. While the other side, if the 50-year-old uncle wants a new laptop, their requirement will be like the laptop should have a good body, it should be easy to use, means simple interface. Guess what? Both the user will use the same laptop. Now the job of the UX designer here is to understand the requirement of both the user and to come up with such a solution that it fulfills the requirement of both the user and enhance their user experience. Let's take one more example. Suppose you are driving a car, right? So while driving, you change the gear for the smooth driving. You move the steering, you apply the brake, you give the race. So these all things comes under user experience. While the design of the car, the color of the car comes under the user interface. Now, if the design of the car and the color of the car is good and the user experience is also good, then it will be an amazing combination. But if the design of the car is good but the user experience is not good, then it will be an average combination. In the same way, in application, if the layout of the application, it means the interface part is good and the user experience is also good, then that application will going to hit definitely. Guys, if you want to be a good UI UX designer, a UX designer needs to know how to execute, facilitate, analyze, research and data. And a UI designer needs to know the composition, graphic design and branding in order to make an interface shine and have its own identity. And if you learned something valuable from this video guys, then please do hit the like button, share this video with your friend and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.